This was my brother's condo bedroom, just a plain white box, but he's listing it for sale soon, so we knew we needed to make it cozy, stylish, and totally move-in ready to attract buyers. So we staged it on a budget, and today I'm gonna show you exactly how. We used mostly pieces we already had on hand, some budget-friendly pieces, and a whole lot of easy staging strategies. So if you're decorating to sell or you just want to make your space feel cozy, I have all of the formulas, the staging and styling tricks and tips in today's video. You might remember that several years ago, I helped my little brother, Ben, decorate his entire condo in a really fun and colorful mid-century modern style. Now, this isn't my own personal favorite style, but I think it completely works for his space. He loves color, modern elements. His condo is right downtown in Edmonton, so it's the perfect style for his vibe and for the location that he's in. So for this style, think pops of teal green. We have some mustard yellow, some gold, modern shapes in the sofas and the furniture, lots of warm woods. But the bedroom has always felt unfinished. My brother just had a bed frame, no headboard, everything is nice and white and crisp, but really not cozy and inviting at all. And now that he's ready to sell, I knew that this look would just not cut it for the photos for his realtor, as well as when people want to have a look at the apartment. So when my brother reached out to me for help, of course, I was very excited, and I thought, okay, how could we make this bedroom be cohesive with the rest of this mid-century modern, colorful, yet cozy space? And then instantly I thought of this rug that I have in my Airbnb lake house. I wanted to give this bedroom in here a little bit more of a Nancy Meyers coastal subtle inspired feeling. So I wanted to get this rug out of this space, but then I thought, my goodness, this rug could be actually perfect in my brother's space because it has all the colors in the rest of his condo. The teals, the yellows, it has this boho vibe, but I feel like it could also really work for mid-century modern. So if you're looking for a space refresh this season, try to find a piece that you love. I call it kind of a muse piece. Maybe it's a rug. Maybe it is some sort of textile like a throw pillow or a blanket that you love with patterns, textures, colors you love. Maybe it's a piece of art or a photo. Let that dictate the rest of your space. So when I brought this rug into my brother's space, it instantly made the room feel more grounded, more welcoming, and generally warmer. So not only was this the muse and the first inspiring element for my space, but it also was something that I've already had for years. I've had it in my dining room. I had it in my lake house rental, and now my brother has it in this space. And don't be afraid to use what you have already. Just swapping something from one room to the next can make a huge difference in your space and make it feel brand new without buying anything at all. Rugs can cost hundreds of dollars, as you know, so this was a great way for us to save money, but make his space instantly feel more welcoming. Now, I knew we needed a headboard for my brother's space to make it feel more like an inviting bedroom, but we didn't have a huge budget for a new bed frame or a headboard. When I was in IKEA a couple months ago, I stumbled across this room divider. I loved the texture of it, the rattan look. It has that boho feel that could mesh well with mid-century modern and match the rug in the space. Texted it over to my brother. He liked it too, so I grabbed this. It was a great deal, and I thought it could make for an amazing headboard. This isn't the first time that I've used a room divider as a headboard. I had a room divider as a headboard from the thrift store in my middle daughter's room a few years ago, painted that, and I loved the way it looked, so I was sure this would work in my brother's space too. Once we put it up behind the bed, I knew it was perfect. It gave the room the height that we needed behind the bed, the texture that this room was lacking, and also it was the perfect golden warm wood tone to tie in with the golds of the rug. Now, to make the bed look cozy, I of course used my own signature linen cotton blend sheets and duvet cover from my shop, Cozy Prairie Linens Co. I designed these sheets a couple years ago, and I've been selling them over the last year or so, and they are so soft. They're a natural fiber, which I absolutely love. Plus, you can buy them piece by piece, so you don't have to buy the full sheet set. So in my brother's case, and in my case too, we both prefer to use a duvet cover only and no top sheet or no flat sheet, and wash the duvet cover weekly like you would a sheet. So that's what we're doing in his room. We're adding the fitted sheet, we're adding a duvet cover and a nice fluffy feather insert. And I love how this warm white is a nice neutral base for this bed. It's also something that potential buyers are gonna look at and think cozy, think clean, and think inviting. I wanted to add a couple of accent cushions to the bed to tie in with the rest of the colors in the home. I already had these gold colored velvet throw pillows in my own decor stash. I used them a couple years ago in the fall, thought they would be perfect in here. And then I added this oblong shaped pillow from my shop, Cozy Prairie Linens Co. It's gonna add the texture and a little bit of pattern, but not too much to overpower the pattern in the rug. I thought this stripe was just perfect. I also added a gold tone and a neutral tone textured knit throw at the end of the bed. Adding this texture to your bed is gonna also make it look cozy and inviting. And all of these layers together, folded like this, makes the bed look so cozy and so high end. And I love how we positioned it so that you see it immediately as you walk into the room, which I think is going to be a great draw for potential buyers of my brother's condo. Next, we wanted to show buyers that even this tiny bedroom could be double duty in this condo. We wanted to set up a little mini workspace in here. So my brother already had this desk, and then we added this leather mid-century modern chair, which is perfect for the style of this space. Love the warm colors in here. And then added some faux greenery to the desk as well. Above the desk, we hung some modern art that also tied into the colors of the rug and the rest of the tones we used in this space. I just found this at HomeSense, and HomeSense is one of my favorite places to look for art, whether you're staging to sell or you want to decorate your own space. And to hang this art, we used one of my favorite art hanging tricks with painter's tape. If you want to hang a piece of art nice and level, take a piece of painter's tape, place it across the back of the art, and mark where the hangers are or the nail holes are. Do this with a Sharpie, and then you can place the tape right on your wall. Make sure that the tape is level, so you can use a leveling tool for this. And then when you place the tape on the wall, also keep in mind that you're gonna want the center of the art to be around 5 feet from the floor. We call that gallery height. It's a nice height to hang art so that you can actually see it in your space. Once you have your tape on the wall at the right height and leveled, now you can take your anchors and drill them into the wall as well as your screws. Take off the painter's tape and then hang your art. It'll be in the perfect spot and nice and level. Now I love how this desk area looks nice and inviting. It's very simple, but it gives potential buyers the idea that they too could have a little desk in here. Opposite the desk, I put a faux fiddle leaf to add a little bit more greenery to the space. It's always a good idea to add nature in your room, whether you're staging or decorating for yourself. Real greenery, real flowers, of course, are the best, but if you can't put those in this case we couldn't because we weren't gonna be in this space all the time. Faux flowers are just perfect too. One piece that I absolutely love in this room is this mid-century style nightstand that my brother purchased. He got this here at Struck Tube in Canada. Really great style for this space, the nice clean lines. He also had this gold lamp that was perfect for this space. Then I added this gold tone coffee mug and some faux greenery to make it even more inviting. These little details really matter. They're gonna help prospective buyers to be able to picture themselves waking up out of bed in this cozy bed, grabbing a little cup of coffee on their nightstand. All these little details just help tell that story. Now, this room went from an empty white box to a cozy, colorful, inviting space that I think prospective buyers are going to love. Everything in here was done on a budget, from the rug that I already had on hand to the pieces my brother already had and our IKEA hack headboard. And now my brother's condo is ready to hit the market, and we are feeling so confident that this cozy bedroom is gonna help sell his space. I can't wait to hear what prospective buyers think about it, and I can't wait to hear the good news when it sells. So if you're prepping your home to sell, or if you just want to make your space feel more cozy and inviting, don't forget to cozy up spaces like your primary bedroom. They're so important when you're creating an inviting space, especially if you're listing your home for sale. They're going to help those prospective buyers imagine themselves living there and enjoying that space too. And if you're just decorating for you, I hope this video gave you lots of inspiration on how you can add simple and cozy elements into your bedroom to make it feel welcoming, even if it's a small space. If you want more cozy bedroom styling inspiration, check out this video I'm gonna leave for you next right here. I'm sharing how I decorated my own primary bedroom with an affordable headboard, tons of cozy layers, and some DIYs. Click right here to watch that one next.